just nah. They're kind of just like a nah team, right? But like many people have said, those nah teams, you get hot at the right time, a little bit of confidence, you can potentially get into a playoff type situation. Now, the AFC seems kind of really colluded this season, right? There is no really breakaway team or really team that's really falling from behind, right? So we have to talk about a potential playoff berth for the Denver Broncos. Now, this season, I think the AFC, to get in a wild card, you have to win 9, 10, 11 games. So basically the question is, can the Denver Broncos win those 9 or 10 games to get a wild card into the playoffs? Now, after this week's game, next week's game, week 8 versus the Carolina Panthers, they do play the Ravens, Chiefs, and Falcons. And then they play the Raiders, Browns, Colts, Chargers, Bengals, and Chiefs again. I can see them beating the Panthers. There's five wins. I can see them beating the Browns. Sorry, James, the Browns are just not very good right now. I can see them beating the Colts. We're going to talk about the Colts coming up. The Bengals, meh. So there's 4 more potential wins on the Denver Broncos schedule. 4 plus 4, guys, easy math is 8 wins. That's only 8 wins. And obviously, I think 9 wins gets them into the playoffs. So I don't think the Denver Broncos are a playoff team. Because like I said, to make it into the playoffs this season, I think you're going to need 9 wins in the AFC. I think 9 wins in the AFC probably gets you at least into that 7th seed. I don't see them getting 9 wins. Now, they could get it if they upset somebody. If they happen to upset the Chiefs or the Chargers or the Raiders in the upcoming divisional games, right? Obviously, division games, anything can happen. So if they can get one of those division games, that could get them into 9 wins. And I can see them potentially beating the Kansas City Chiefs week 18. Because at that time, the Kansas City Chiefs should have the division locked up. Their seeding's probably going to be locked up as well as a number 2 seed. And I think the Kansas City Chiefs backups are not as good as the Denver Broncos starters. So they could win that. Chargers and Raiders. Really true wild cards. Let's just honest. True wild cards. Raiders lost a huge part of their team and Devontae Adams, granted he didn't play the last 2 weeks, but are they going to rally around that and grow from that or improve? Or are they going to self-implode? Everything that I'm looking at right now, the Raiders, their fan base thinking, hey, they're going to self-implode. Other podcasters out there talking about the Las Vegas Raiders said they're going to self-implode. Raiders always play well for 8 games a season. Chargers, they honestly just need to stay 100%. If they can stay healthy, they can win. But we know that they have injury issues. There's something in the water in LA. Is it even water? I don't know. It's injury water. So we got to ask the question, can the Denver Broncos make the playoffs? I have to say no. But if they do make the playoffs, if they do sneak in there with like a 9-win team, they can get a wild card win. Top-notch defense, currently ranked 4th in the NFL, and we all know defense wins championship, offenses win you games. The Denver Broncos make it into the playoffs, they can win a wild card game. I do not see them getting past the wild card or getting past the divisional round though. I don't see them happening. They're not beating a team like Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. They're not beating the Ravens in the playoffs. They're not beating the Houston Texans in the playoffs. They're not beating the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs. Just not going to happen. They can make a wild card game and they can potentially pull an upset if they don't play one of those 4 teams. But, John says, nope, they are not a playoff team. Kevin Cummings says the Broncos should move to the NFC. Teams make the playoffs with losing records all the time, i.e. the Philadelphia Eagles just a couple years ago and the Dallas Cowboys, right? James Frank says they'll win 1 against the Kansas City Chiefs. And you're probably right. They will probably win the last game of the season versus the Kansas City Chiefs. However, that game is at Arrowhead. I don't know. Casey Morgan says the Donkeys won't make it. They'll be lucky to win 8 games. And I'm with you, Casey. I think they'll win 8 games this season. Right now, they're 4 wins. They have what? 9 games left, right? They play the Panthers. That's going to probably be a dub. They play the Browns. Sorry, James, your team just sucks. The Colts suck. Chargers, Bengals. We can see 8.